Okay, boys and girls, we're going to take out our section booklet for math, and you're going to open it up to the next lesson, which is lesson worksheet 57. And it looks like this. It's got 4 circles on it, okay? So here's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to begin by tracing the numbers on this clock. So first you're going to do the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9, okay? So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to write the time out. So if you notice the time at the top right here, we're going to write 3 o'clock. And how we do that is we put a 3 on this side of the 2 dots, and then those 2 dots are the separating space, and you put 2 zeros, okay? Then watch what I do. You're going to put a long pointer going all the way up to the top and then an arrow, okay? So that arrow comes down above the 12, okay? So you have to go all the way up over the 12 and then do an arrow up there. Okay. Now we're going to do something different when we go, so that's the hour hand. When we go to the minute hand, you draw a line pointing, but you've got to stop before you get to the 3, and that's when you make your arrow. Okay, so now you've just made 3 o'clock on your digital clock and 3 o'clock on your analog clock. Okay, check your work. So the shorthand points to the first number, and the long hand always is the 2 zeros. And this is telling time to the nearest hour. Okay, let's go to the second clock. So we have to write our 12, our 3, our 6, and our 9. We have to copy that. Okay, so the next time we're going to do is 6 o'clock. So you have to write a 6 up here and 2 zeros. Go ahead and do that, please. Now, because of the 2 zeros, you have to have a really long hand, so that comes a line that goes all the way up, and then you make an arrow like that, okay? So that's your hour hand pointing to the 12. Now your next line is going to come down, and you stop before you touch the 6, and you put an arrow pointing that way. That's how you know it's 6 o'clock. The shorter hand is going to point to the 6. Now down here, the numbers ran away. So we have to put our numbers back on. So at the very top, you're going to write a number 12. Go ahead and do that, just like it was up there. And then you come down over here, 1, 2, 3, you have to write a 3. Okay. Come all the way down to the bottom, write a 6 right here. And then come over to here, and this is where you're going to make your 9. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Now you've got some numbers on your clock. Now, what you need to do next is you need to write the time for 9 o'clock. So 9, 0, 0 is 9 o'clock. Okay, so first we're going to do our hour hand, and it comes up and it goes all the way over the 12, and then you put your arrow on the top. And you're going to point all the way to the 9, stop, and put your arrow. Okay, that's 9 o'clock. Now our last clock, we have to write the numbers. Here's our 12. Here's our 3, here's our 6, and here's our 9. Go ahead and do that. Same position as always. Those numbers are the same on a clock, same position. So now we're going to do 12 o'clock. So that you put your 12 over here and 2 zeros over here. Then we're going to do our long hand first. Go all the way up past the 12 and then put your arrow pointing to the 12. And now the next one, this one's a little bit tricky. You do another line, stop before the 12, and do another arrow. So it kind of looks like a line with 2 arrows on it. That's how you know it's going to be 12 o'clock. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and give ourselves an exit ticket right here. And then we're going to close this up and put this away.